Hi, hello, welcome to the lecture series of blockchain technology. Myself, M.Naveenraj, Assistant Professor, CSC IoT. So, in the last class, we have seen about what is blockchain and how it is important, how it works. So, now we are going to see about what is blockchain decentralization and what is blockchain transparency. Is blockchain secure or Bitcoin? What is the difference between Bitcoin versus blockchain? Then what is the how the blockchain versus banks. So these are the things to in today's tutorial we are going to cover. Then first we can start with decentralization. Okay, the blockchain decentralization allows the data in a database to be spread out among several network nodes. Okay, several networks nodes has been uh, transmitted. Okay, then the computer or a device running software for the blockchain at various locations. This creates redundancy and maintains the fidelity of the data. For example, if someone tries to alter a record on one node, the other nodes would prevent it from happening by comparing block hashes. This way, no single node can alter information within the chain. Okay, because of the distribution and the encrypted proof that work was done, the blockchain data such transaction history becomes irreversible. Okay, such a record could be a list of transactions, but private blockchains can also hold a variety of other informations like legal contracts, state identifications, or company's inventory. Most blockchain would not store these items directly, so they would likely to send through hashing algorithm and represented on the blockchain by token. Now it's called blockchain decentralization. Now the blockchain transparency, because of the centralized nature of the Bitcoin blockchain, all transactions can be transparently viewed by downloading and inspecting them or by using blockchain explorers that allow anyone to see transaction occurring live. Each node has its own copy of the chain that gets updated as fresh blocks are confirmed and added. This means if you wanted to, you could track a Bitcoin wherever it goes. Okay. For example, exchanges have been hacked in the past, resulting in the loss of large amount of cryptocurrency. While the hackers may have been anonymous except for their wallet address, the crypto they extracted is easily traceable because the wallet addresses are stored on the blockchain. Of course, the records stored in the Bitcoin blockchain are encrypted. This means that only the person assigned an address can reveal their identity. As a result, the blockchain users can remain anonymous while preserving transparency. Okay. Now, is blockchain secure? Yeah, blockchain will achieve decentralized security and trust in several ways. To begin, new blocks are always stored linearly and chronologically. That is, they were always added to the end of the blockchain. After the block has been added to the end of the blockchain, the previous blocks cannot be altered. Okay, once the last block is entered, we cannot enter the or alter the previous blocks. The previous one should be like that. Changes in the any data changes the hash of the block. If you change any data changes, it the hash will also gets changed in the block, because each block contains the previous block's hash. Each block contains previous block's hash. A change in one would change the following blocks. The network would generally reject an altered block because the hashes would not match. However, a change can be accomplished on similar blockchain networks. Okay. Next is a new and smaller chain must be susceptible to this kind of attack. But the attacker would need at least half of the computational power of the network. For example, 51% of attack. On the Bitcoin and the other language blockchains, this is nearly impossible. By the time the hackers take any action, the network is likely to have moved past the blocks they were trying to alter. This is because the rate at which these networks has is exceptionally rapid. The Bitcoin network has at a rate of around 640 exahashes per second. That is 18 zeros as of September. Okay, the Ethereum blockchain is not likely to be hacked either. Again, the attackers would need to control more than half of the blockchain stakeholder. As of September or 18, that is 33.18 million ETH has been staked by more than 1 million validators. An attacker or group would need to own over 17 million ETH and randomly selected to validate blocks enough times to get their blocks implemented. Next is Bitcoin was blockchain. The blockchain technology was first outlined in 1991 by Scott Haber and W. Scott Stornetta, two researchers who wanted to implement a system where document timestamps could not be tampered with. But it was not until almost 2 decades later. Okay.